Hey, good evening, everybody. Sammy Thunder here. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight's my top 25 contribution based on the price that I paid. So I have 25 to share with you guys. Let's jump right into it. So number 25, I feel like everybody should have a Mickey Mantle card in their collection. This is mine. This is the 1956 gray back Mickey Mantle. Got this off of a Facebook group for $650. Really good example of a well-centered and good registration on this as well. So nice way to start, right? Number 24 is the 1980-81 Larry Bird Magic Johnson rookie card. Paid $750 for this one, also from a Facebook group with Julius Irving on there as well. And just a classic card. I feel like these cards have gone down a little bit just because, but still absolutely legendary card featuring three legends ultimately, and just a great story attached to it as well. Being a big Larry Bird collector, this was a must-have. Number 23 is, of course, the Tom Seaver postcard. Also paid $750 for this one. Got this off eBay. I've had this for probably less than a year now, but great alternative to the 6-7 tops if you're looking for a rookie card. A lot more challenging to find, but still legendary. Number 22 is the Unger Bacon Company. This is my REA auction win, the only auction win that I've had. This one has Christy Mathewson on there, John McGraw, Rube Marquard, the trainer as well. This is a bacon company based in Mobile, Alabama. Probably was a restaurant at the time. And yeah, really pleased to have gotten this. Paid $800 for this one after fees. At number 21, I think we're at 21, is the 1958 Hires Root Beer Willie Mays No Tab. This one I got off of Ash for $900 at one of the White Plains shows. Thought it was a really nice deal. And didn't really have it on the radar because since I had the test issue, but I figured might as well get the official issued one that they released. So $900 for that one. Coming to number 20 also was at $900 is the Tom Seaver 5.5 Venezuelan. Got this off of Brian Fish at one of the Garfield shows. Don't see these too often. I think there might be a few higher, but this one is definitely up there. Absolutely stunning card, commonly found with, paper loss on the back, but to really kind of, for what it's worth, the centering on this, I think is fantastic. The corners are fantastic. And a second year Venezuelan Tom Seaver card, I mean, you can't go wrong. I think this is number 20 or 19, I can't remember now, I'm losing track. But if you guys are on the For Collectors live stream, remember this. I traded my 55 Koufax plus $250 cash kicker for this beautiful 1949 Leaf Premiums of Christy Mathewson that once belonged to Orlando, a collector's dream. This was the big trade that took off for the first trade night of the For Collectors live stream. And really beautiful copy. Orlando and I were talking about making this happen, and I'm glad that we found the way to do it. So beautiful, beautiful copy. Moving right along, another Christy Mathewson card. Paid a premium for this one, $1,000. And the Leaf Premiums as well as $1,000. So here we have the Christy Mathewson Venezuelan Retirado. Paid $1,000 for this one. But the beautiful thing about this copy is that there's no paper loss on the back, which can be commonly discovered because these were in photo albums in Venezuela. So thanks to Brian Fish, who tipped me off to the guy that had this, paid $1,000 for it, and perfectly pleased to have this in my collection now. Moving along, here we have the 1909 American Caramel of Christy Mathewson. Beautiful tobacco card. Got this at the East Coast National. I believe Mangini was with me when I got this at Ash's table. Made a big trade towards this and a couple of other cards, but this was the key one to get. I've seen these here and there. I know some other collectors have this card. Beautiful, beautiful copy of him here. Classic green lawn with the sunset in the back and him in his wind-up and his motion. Just a beautiful, stunning card in the back. Love the baseball bats, love the baseball, love the glove. in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So this one I paid the equivalent, I think this was $1,000. Here we have the Roberto Clemente 55 tops. After everything, it was $1,100 for this card. I got this at the National in 2023. I feel like when you talk about Mantle, you talk about Clemente, you gotta have a card in your collection, and this is my Clemente card that I have. Here is the back, really nice overall. Presents well, good registration on it, and for what it's worth, it's a solid one. We get to Tom Seaver again. Here is his 4.5 SGC. Beautifully centered here. This one actually has the PWCC sticker on it, labeled exceptional. This one I traded up my PSA 3 Mathewson Seaver that I had towards this one and a cash kicker. So I value this one probably at $1,100. Might have gone down a little bit, I'm not sure. But that's how much I paid for this. I think it carries a certain premium to it because of the centering and the condition of it overall. So, but nevertheless, have not looked back. And again, being a Seaver collector, it feels like it's a must-have. Now we get to the Willie Mays, the New York Journal American. I got this at the Philly show. This was from the William Chappell's table, one of my favorite dealers to buy from. And I got this at one of the Philly shows probably over a year ago. This might have been the first show I went to with Mookie and Pete. And so picked this up towards the end of the show. Paid, $1,100 for this one. Just a really beautiful copy. I believe there's a few higher, but a lot of them are usually in a 6 or a little bit lower. But really nice centering, really good registration on it as well. Just again, nice, rare, oddball Mays card from the 54 year that exists. And continuing on with Mays, this one is a recent pickup. This one is the 1968 Top Super. These, I want to say there's about 60 of these, or 60 plus of these that are in existence that have been graded. Not as easy of a card to find, but when you do find it, I always, just wanted to jump on this. I got this at the Hofstra show semi-recently. Here's the back to it. I've seen one recently. I saw one at Chappell's table that was in a 9. This one, I paid $1,300 for this one at the Hofstra show. Thought I got a nice deal on it. And just a beautiful, beautiful card. I have the Seaver as well, which didn't make this list surprisingly, but Mays absolutely all day. This one is one of my favorite pickups. The first Bazooka year, got Willie Mays. This one, everyone should know that I got this at Strongsville. This was the big pickup that I made. I love the Bazooka because I love the color choices on here. The yellow and the blue. It's just a great profile shot here of Willie Mays. Just everything about this. The cut on this card, I thought it was really nice. Again, another William Chappell purchase at Strongsville. Paid $1,400 for this one. And well worth it. And another Philly pickup, of course, is the test issued Hires Root Beer Willie Mays 1.5. This one has the story of 7.5 hours or 7 hours of walking the floor from the time that they opened to the time they closed. And I found this one towards the very end of the show. My feet were killing me, and I found this. And again, beautiful copy. I don't think there's a whole lot of these that exist. I've seen these here and there. I saw one at the National, and I know a few other collectors here have this card in their collection. But what a stunning card! Such a rare and fun card to have. Get the Hires issued, and then this one, the Hires Root Beer, paid $1,400 for this one. And we're getting towards the front end of things, and so here's the next one. The S81 Silks Christy Mathewson. This one came from Harry Kolb. He loves finding the rare stuff, and I remember being at the Garfield show and looking to add this to my PC and getting a lot of feedback, a lot of help, and don't really see these too often. These are kind of really out there in terms of collecting, but you know, Christy Mathewson silk sheet, beautiful, beautiful piece. This one I paid, I think, somewhere between $1,600 and $1,700 for this, and a 1.5. I see these every now and then in auction, so but really, really pleased to have this. I think it's just a beautiful presentation of him here. Got some staining, but honestly, that's, to me, not really an issue at all. So, very cool piece. All right, so moving along, we have here the Christy Mathewson Durham Duplex Razor schedule. I got this from Dan McKee off of the eBay page that he runs, and probably paid about $1,700 for this. This is the only one that's been graded. So as far as I know, this one is the only graded copy, and I really liked it because, or I really like it, excuse me, because it has so much going on. It has Maddie showcased on the very front, endorsing the Durham Duplex Razors, and I did read an article, or excuse me, I read part of the book, Mathewson book, that mentioned that he did an endorsement for a razor company, but it didn't mention who. So I don't know if he did multiple endorsements for different razor companies, but I know Mathewson was a businessman, and so, but it's kind of cool to see this. So this was my big purchase of $1,700 for that, and now we get into some of my favorites. Of course, the Coca-Cola tips of Willie Mays playing test card. These are really tough to find. I saw one at the National last year that my buddy Tony picked up, and this is the only graded one copy that's out there. And so this one was part of a group big purchase, so I probably paid about $1,700-$1,800 for this, which I think is definitely low. I think this probably can go for a lot more, but just one of my favorite cards in my collection right now. This one I remember being in Sweden when I got this card. I didn't buy it in Sweden, but I was in Sweden when I made the deal. This one I paid probably about $1,800 for. Just, you know, overall really nice centering on it, really good presentation as well, registration on it. The colors are sharp. For an SGC1, really nice looking rookie card. And so this one I paid, it was probably about a year and a half ago, maybe even longer than that when I was there. And so I feel like, no-brainer, add, one of the best players ever for a rookie. This one came from B-Roth. I traded up my PSA 1 Mathewson for a 2.5 plus a cash kicker. So I value this, I think it was about $2,000 is what Brian had on this. And talk about just beautiful centering, beautiful colors, and just overall just beautiful, really beautiful altogether. Not much more you can say. For any serious Mathewson collector, it's a must-have is the portrait. The T205 in a 3. Bought this off of Mike who runs the Fish Kill Show. He's running consignment. And so got $2,100 for this one. Again, just beautiful, beautiful. The gold borders are barely chipped. Barely, there are obviously the corners, but everything that matters about this card really shows. So, and then the back with the Piedmont. So, perfectly happy with this purchase. Most recent, oh no, not yet. This one came from the 2023 National, the Willie Mays Topps 52. Absolutely classic card. Paid $2,200 for this one, and for what it's worth, centering is pretty decent. And yes, there's some issues on the, as far as registration goes, but I mean, to me, this is just I look past all that. To me, this is just great card, great Mays card, widely recognizable. As a Mays collector, it's a must-have. So most recent pickup, you guys remember this, is of course the Red Man Tobacco. Paid $22.50 for this, or $23.50 for this PSA 6 copy. It is super, super sharp from 1952. Definitely a cool oddball issue. There's definitely a lot of these out there. I'm not saying this is rare. I think there's about like 200 plus of these. In a PSA 6, I think there's about like 30 something of them, 35 or whatever. But just to get a clean copy like this, I haven't seen these at a lot of shows with the tab still intact. So beautiful copy. And the last two. This was a 2024 national pickup. The 1913-15 Pinkerton Christy Mathewson scorecard back. Less than 10 of these exist between SGC and PSA combined. And beautiful postcard. The postcard back is clean. Paid $3,200 for this one. The dealer was thinking about jacking the price to $5,000 if I didn't get it. So, but could have been a tactic. I don't know. But still, beautiful postcard. Very pleased with the purchase, and I've been trying to learn more about this set as we go. And for number one, of course, it had to be the Stallmeyer 54 Willie Mays. Beautiful, beautiful card. This one I got off of a Facebook group a couple months before the National. Paid, let's see, if I go to my numbers, $38.50 for this one. So $38.50 is the most I've ever spent on a card. And the Stallmeyer, this one does not disappoint whatsoever. Beautiful copy. So that about wraps it up. So hope you guys enjoyed that. 25 of my most premier cards that I paid for. Very proud of my collection, as I know all of you guys are proud of yours. So appreciate you guys watching as always. This weekend we'll see what we get up to, but I'll be back here tomorrow night for a Cardboard and Cold Ones with Jason and our guest Josh. So look forward to catching up with you guys, and so I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and take care.